the witching hour, November 6th, 2025, and I'm actually recording this on November 7th. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Cause you're beautiful. That's why. Y'all, yesterday was so extraordinary. I did not pray in the witching hour. I think I prayed in a little bit of the witching hour and then wound up just falling asleep. The witching hour is 12 midnight to 3 a.m. Y'all. And anyway, I don't know what time I got up. Y'all. Maybe it was around 12 or something like that. And I got a little bit of prayer done and got some stuff done and then realized, I don't have a bicycle anymore, so I have to walk everywhere I go. And I was wrong thinking that I was gonna have to walk 5 miles to get my free food from this charity I go to. It was actually 4 miles. But y'all, it was so exhausting. I prayed on the way there, right? I thought, well, I'll finish my prayers and I'll do a witching hour video on the way back because I thought surely I would finish because the walk would take me more than 2 hours. But nope, y'all, it was so windy. At times it was impossible to pray. I was nearly blown over multiple times. I hadn't walked in that long, or excuse me, I hadn't walked anywhere close to that distance in a long time. It was a little over 8 miles. You can say 8 miles because there's a few little shortcuts, but basically at least 8 miles. And by the time I got home with my food, so they must have given me. I'm trying to think how many pounds of food that they give me, y'all. 30 pounds of food probably wouldn't be an exaggeration, y'all. They give me 3 pounds of beef, 3 pounds of chicken. That's 6 pounds right there, y'all. They must have given me about 12 cans of food. So that's probably close to 10 pounds. That's 16 pounds. Multiple breads, candy. Not too much. They didn't give me really much fresh produce, but basically they gave me a lot. So 20 to 30 pounds of food. And so by the time I got home with the wind, and like I said, particularly even on the way back, the wind nearly blew my butt over, y'all. I was so exhausted, y'all. And by the time I got back home, I only finished like about half of my prayers. And I was so exhausted, y'all. I was too tired to even eat food. I ended up just drinking milk, y'all. I would drink about 24 ounces of milk. Take, of course, my lactase tablet since I'm lactose intolerant. And I would go to sleep and I wake up and do that again and again and again. And I ended up drinking like almost a gallon of milk. I would say 2/3 of a gallon of milk I wound up drinking. Because I was just too tired to make food. And my body was just worn out, y'all. I'm in my 50s and I look forward to walking more because it's such a blessing. I never thought I'd be happy that my bike got flat and I'm not trying to repair it. So the first thing, God uses all things to the good of those who love the Lord, right? Right, we know that. And so there's a place I get cheap whiskey from, y'all. And sometimes I could get it as low as just under 15 bucks. So 15 to 16 bucks with tax. Y'all, this place that I would have never gone to because it's kind of a fancy place, but it's really close to my house. They sell liquor. I thought, well, there's no point in me going there because they're going to cost more. Well, since I was walking past them on the way to go to a store that's actually a lot closer to me, I just dropped in there. Y'all, they were like a buck cheap, over a buck cheaper. I know that sounds like not a lot of savings, but it's a lot of savings, y'all. Theirs wound up being like basically $14 and something for a 1.75 liter of some cheap whiskey. So I was really happy about that. That's just one of the many blessings. Plus the potential for losing weight, y'all, because it works out well. I've jogged consistently, sometimes for months at a time, and it's a bit of a challenge to be honest. Not just the targeting, but the elevation is such that you don't have as much oxygen as you do at sea level. And so if you're not born here, I just think it's more of a challenge for your lungs to get used to the oxygen levels that are here. But so I actually, yesterday was the first time in a long time that I actually did not finish all of my prayers, y'all. I finished the long prayer, but I did not finish the short prayer. And by that time, it was already midnight by the time I finished the long prayer, and I was like, we're not gonna get anything else, and I gotta go to sleep. I was just, ugh, y'all. I must have stayed in bed for the better part of like, let me see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18 hours, other than getting up to go pee, right? And then to drink some more milk. Then I would go back to sleep. Well, I would pray, and then until I started going back to sleep. And so that's the reason why I didn't do my witching hour video on time. I normally would have done this witching hour video yesterday, but so I always encourage you guys to pay your tithes and offerings and to tithe your time to the Lord. Give the Lord 10% of your day. Spend 10% of your day in prayer to Him. He's worthy. And I'm telling you, He is capable. The Lord is capable. He is able. He can protect you from all this targeting, you guys. He carried Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego through the fiery furnace. They were not burned. They were not singed. They did not even smell of smoke. I'm telling you, that's almost to the extent that God carries me through all the targeting, you guys. It has almost no effect on me, you guys. Why? Because the Lord carries me through it. He doesn't allow it to have an effect on me. Not because I'm some awesome person or I'm a badass and I'm above it. No. No, it's the Lord. Why? Because He makes me pay tithes and offerings sacrificially. He does it because he's worthy, because He's holy. Not because I'm worthy, not because I'm holy, not because I'm a good person. But He makes me do it because He's holy. And many times I've not wanted to do it. He makes me do it. He also makes me fast. I feel like I should include, probably fasting is going to need to be part of your walk with the Lord. And fasting and praising Him. He's worthy to be praised. He doesn't need our praises. We need to praise Him, right? And so, yeah, so that's what I recommend for you guys to do. And as far as how well and how extraordinary that the Lord shields me from all the targeting, it's to the heavens. He protects me so good from this targeting, y'all, that I don't even know what else to say. I just praise His holy name. So I send out my love to all y'all beautiful born again tias. I hope you will pray to God that He'll make you do like He makes me do, and He'll make you follow what He has me teaching and preaching, because this program will not be a big deal for you. God bless.